Nick here with Ghost Ring Tactical, and today we're going to be talking about why instructors and so-called firearms gurus don't like trigger reset and talk a bunch of smack on it. All right. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it has its place, and we're going to talk about the justification of why I think trigger reset is a good thing. All right, so first off, we need to discuss what trigger reset is, because maybe you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about and you need to know. All right, so let me pull up my pistola here, make sure it's empty, and then we're going to talk about what trigger reset is. So trigger reset is me pulling this trigger and firing the weapon. It's going to cycle. I have pinned this trigger, okay? And then reset is I'm going to let that finger out until I hear it click, click, just like that. And then my weapon at this point is ready to fire again. Okay, so I'd fire, bang, trigger's pinned. Okay, I allow the trigger to go out, feel the reset. Okay, and then again, my weapon is ready to fire. So, again, that is trigger reset. The reason that that I've heard so far of why other instructors demonize it is because that they say that when a student or someone gets the click, they automatically mash the trigger and take the next shot. And I have brought up in conversation that why they think that. Because for me, I've been using trigger reset since I started teaching in 2005. And me getting the click, that doesn't justify me taking the shot. I have trained it that way, where me getting the click lets me know that my gun is ready to fire again. But me having proper sight alignment, sight picture, that is what justifies the shot. None of these instructors have been able to explain to me other than I don't like it because when students get the click, they just mash the trigger because the click is what's telling them that it's okay to take another shot. Okay, so I think that's false. I don't think that's the way it is at all. It's all going to matter on how you train with using trigger reset. I like trigger reset when it comes to defensive shooting. It has its pros and cons. Okay, defensive shooting, I think it is good to use in that situation, because in a defensive shooting, we're responsible. We're responsible for every round that comes out of that weapon, and we have to justify that in court. Okay, and if we're training more of a flip and press type method where we again, okay, where we fire the round. Okay, bang, okay, our gun cycles, and as our gun is cycling down, boom, we're right back on the wall, okay? I don't like it where people are sitting right at the wall, especially on a defensive shoot. Reason for that is, let's say I just shot this person, bang, okay? And I'm so used to going right back to that wall that if I get startled, okay, I can accidentally pull that trigger. Someone comes up behind me, grabs my shoulder, okay? I don't want to be sitting at this wall, because if I put another round into that person, again, I have to justify why, okay, I just put another round in that person. Because we all know that if we do get into shooting, there's probably going to be somebody there filming it, because that's what everybody does these days. They just film it. They don't get involved. They just film. So if I just got into a shooting and I'm now using trigger reset instead, let's say, shot this person, bang, okay, I've pinned the trigger now. My gun is not going to go back off if I get startled. I'm not going to have if you guys have ever heard of sympathetic response, where if I grab something with my left side, I tend to squeeze with my right side as well. I'm not going to have that happen either, okay? My trigger is pinned. I know it can't go off right now. But if this situation, this person is going for his weapon, he's not down yet, and I need to shoot again, it's pretty easy to go to reset, bang. It doesn't take very long, okay, to do that, all right? That's why, again, I like using trigger reset in defensive shooting instead of going all the way back out and sitting on that wall, okay? It's risky, okay? You can have an ND at any time, okay, once you've done that. All right, so Other cons, okay, to using trigger reset would be for like my competition shooters, okay. If what you do for shooting is mainly based on speed, then yes, the trigger reset is going to be a little bit slower. But what I've seen with using it over the years is that I use reset, and then when I start shooting faster, it actually turns into more of a flip and press method where my finger's going so fast that it is going with the slide and riding right back out to the wall. So when it comes to utilizing trigger reset, I think it is best used, we've seen this with students, with our beginner and into intermediate students, where they have a better understanding of how the trigger works and not mashing that trigger, okay, when they are actually using trigger reset. All right, so I would never say that one way is good or bad. We're not the type of instructors that teach, this is the way, this is the one way, and this is the only way. There's lots of different ways to do something, right? And that is with our classes, that's what we teach. When we're teaching trigger control and the ways of using a trigger, we actually teach 3 different methods to students because we never know which way is going to work for you. That is something that you have to train and practice and figure out is which method is going to be right for you.